The Total Media Sports Network presents Boyd County Lions Soccer live on Kool TV. Now let's go to the Boyd County Athletic Facility for pregame coverage of Boyd County Soccer live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening from a beautiful sun-drenched campus here in Boyd County High School as we welcome you into the pregame show here on the Total Media Sports Network as the Boyd County Lions, the boys team, gets their home opener after not playing a game in almost a week and a half. The last time out, they played against Rowan County. That was on August the 12th, falling 3-0 in that game. They opened up the season with a 2-0 win over Belfry. So now they've got Spring Valley who rolls in here. Only one game on their season. They beat Riverside up near Charleston by a score of 6-1. So should be a really good matchup. Two solid teams, and excited to see the boys team here this evening. We'll step out for a break, and we'll get you set for first kick. We'll meet our starting lineups when we return as we get you ready for Boyd County and Spring Valley as we continue your coverage here on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewis, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky.com.
Back at Boyd County and the Boyd County Athletic Complex as we get you set for the Lions and the Timberwolves here on this Saturday evening. Home opener for Boyd County as they roll in with a record of 1-1. They get things going here at home now over the next 4 games after today. They've got a boy-girl doubleheader on Tuesday. They bring in Mason County, 6 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will begin at 5:50, followed by a matchup with Fleming County at 6:30 on Thursday. Then the following Tuesday, they bring in East Carter and Bourbon County on September the 4th. They hit the road on Monday, September 8th as they go to Lawrence County. Back home on the 9th with a visit from Ironton. Then 4 games on the road. They go to Ashland, Pikeville, West Carter, and Minford. A pair of games to close out the regular season at home, Johnson Central and Russell, and then they'll finish out the final campaign of 2025 regular season play with a visit to Grayson and a matchup with the East Carter Raiders. Caleb Clark and Eli Simpkins netted the 2 goals in the 2-0 win over Belfry. Cole Adams was in the goal for them, and he gave up 3 in the loss to Rowan County, 3-0. For the visiting Timberwolves, Philip Jensen scored 3 of the 6 goals in the win over Riverside. Devin Celebi, Declan Grider, and Isaac Bays punched in the other 3. Lyle Chafin worked in net. His only goal that he gave up was off of a PK. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard. The Spring Valley Timberwolves with a record of 1-0. Jameis Elkins listed as the assistant coach. It'll be number 5, Will McFan, number 7, Isaac Bays, number 13, Reagan Perry, number 14, Reese Davis, Number 18, Aiden Smith. Number 19, John Henry Stepp. Number 21, Philip Jensen. Number 26, Jonathan Jude. Number 29, Devin Celebi. And in the net for the Timberwolves is Lyle Chafin. Powder blue and dark blue tops, same bottoms, white letters and numerals on the front and the back of the jerseys. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for Levi Pennington's Boyd County Lions. It'll look like this. Connor Davis will be in net. He'll be flanked by the two center backs of Alex Maynard and Ryan Robertson. The left back is Ethan Crum. The right back is Andrew Bowling. The center defensive mid is Mason Hamilton. Center attacking mid, Braden Hell. The center mid is Caleb Clark. Left wing, Will Blankenship. Right wing is Eli Simpkins. And in the forward position is Ryan Crank. So your starting lineup there for Levi Pennington's Boyd County Lions. Home opener here this evening on a beautiful but warm evening here in Cannonsburg. Now, the crazy thing is there's some rain that's supposed to move in tomorrow, and we're supposed to see a mixture of rain and thunderstorms throughout tomorrow evening into tomorrow night, and then the temperatures are going to really cool off nicely next week. It's going to feel like fall. Thursday night, there will be some people in the stands with hoodies, I would imagine, just because the temperature is supposed to drop down. We could see some temperatures, lows in the 50s, maybe in the outlying areas as low as 40, in the high 40s. So then the week after that, I think it's supposed to spike and go right back up. Welcome to Kentucky. If you don't like the weather, just wait about 5 minutes. It will change. So excited to see the boys team in action. Got a chance to come out and spend some time with them in the preseason and kind of talk with Coach Pennington. Again, first time with us here on the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material. We'll alert it directly to your device. And then be sure to follow us on Twitter and on Facebook, as we've got lots of material out there that we post each and every day. And coming up this Monday, we're going to post our first top 10 of the week, where we take the games that we've covered or either through streaming or our social media director for Kool TV of Jacob Hankins going out and getting video from the game locations, and we're going to put a top 10 each weekend. So it'll be fun to see. But follow us on Facebook. You'll be able to catch those each and every Monday. On Winchester Avenue, each and every Tuesday, Coach Ferguson and some players will come in. They'll talk about the week that was and the week that's coming up right here on the Total Media Sports Network. So, again, not a lot to sample from for this Spring Valley team. Only the one game thus far this year, the win over Riverside. So, typically, Spring Valley, I know a lot about the school. I actually started off my broadcasting career doing a lot of stuff up at Spring Valley. There at the Wolves Den and doing football and basketball for both the boys and the girls. But got kind of that's where I got my roots from. So, I think a lot of Spring Valley and what they bring, and they prototypically, most of their programs, top to bottom, they usually have solid programs. It's never an issue of the athletes that they roll in and out of there. So this will be a really good test for Boyd County, certainly wanting to bounce back after a very long off period from that loss to Rowan after falling 3-0. And that's one of those things in soccer, a lot of times you don't get long periods of not having to play. Usually you play a couple of days a week at least, but just by the way that things fall, you just don't get a chance to get back on the pitch for almost a week and a half. So it'll be interesting to see how they get things going and try to bounce back here, hopefully, and get a victory here this evening, here on this Saturday in Cannonsburg. Startings, lineups being announced again. We'll run through them once again. So the keeper will be Lyle Chafe, and he's in the black jersey. Jonathan Jude, Reagan Perry, John Henry Stepp, Levi Yeoman, who they did not have circled, but he is out there. Reese Davis, Philip Jensen, Will McFan, Aiden Smith, Isaac Bays, Devin Salibi. And now, your starting lineup for the Boyd County Lions. So Robertson, Hamilton, Crum, Blankenship, Simpkins, Davis, Bowling, Crank, Maynard, Caldwell, and Braden Hale. All right, we'll step out for a break for the national anthem. We'll play soccer when we return after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Since 1930, being a part of our journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Back here in Cannonsburg as we get you set for the Lions and the Wolves. Here on this sunny Saturday evening. Happy to have everyone along with us here on the Total Media Sports Network. James Collier on the call, and my crew, Trey Collier and Jacob Hankins. Again, first time with us on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell. We'll put out an alert to your device each time we put out new material. Boyd County will possess it first. They'll work it from left to right as we view it here high atop the press box in the white and black jerseys today. Spring Valley in the blues. Breezy and warm is what it is tonight. Under the canopy up here, though, it's not bad with that breeze blowing. But down on that turf surface, it is certainly going to be a scorcher. Boyd County trying to play it ahead, and they get it quickly off to that far sideline. Lions will play it deep back to Andrew Bowling. Down to the corner. That's Ryan Crank. Crank trying to play it to that left edge, getting down to the corner to make a crosser. They'll get a throw-in from just outside the pole. Crank will do the honors, trying to throw it down inside the 18. He gets it there. And the ball's poked out of bounds. He got it at the feet of Caleb Clark. And Boyd County with a quick corner kick here, 40 seconds into the contest. Ryan Crank, will tee it up. Low driving kick, one hop into the midst of the keeper. So a good start for the Lions, but Lyle Chafin puts the mitts on it, and now Spring Valley with an attack. Good through ball playing ahead as they get it out to Yeoman, and a quick kick right into the midst of Connor Davis. He'll sling it near side, coming off to Boyd County's Will Blankenship. Blankenship battling for position. In a very physical battle, this one will probably be. Blankenship takes the drop into the middle. That's a defeat of Braden Hale. Hale loses it to Bays as he'll start to push it to the far side and switch fields, but Bowling steps too. Looking ahead, trying to get it to Crank. A bad pass is intercepted by Spring Valley. They'll play back negative, switching fields, taking it to the opposite side. A lot of hands at midfield, still battling for position. That's Yeoman working against Clark. Now Spring Valley coming up the near sideline. Feet get tangled up. Ethan Crum will win the battle. He'll toss it in, and quickly Celebi takes it away for Spring Valley. Here's now Celebi. Drops it off to Yeoman in the middle. Nobody there, though, and Boyd County had the interception, was trying to play it ahead to Crank, and then nobody was home on that pass either. Either way, Spring Valley can't play it down. Boyd County has the throw in, and it's quickly knocked out of bounds by Reese Davis. Celebi chips it ahead off to Yeoman. Yeoman off the left edge. Excuse me, that's actually Jensen, my mistake. Jensen, a nice piece of movement, working with 2 on, though, and has it taken off his feet by Ethan Crum. Blankenship settles near his bench, trying to play it up the right edge. Wanting to go down to the corner to Ryan Crank, but it bends out of bounds into the Timberwolves bench. And it'll be a throw-in coming up for the visiting Wolves. 3 minutes gone here in the opening period. Ball turned over. Simpkins with pressure from behind, trying to get it off to Cranky. Ball just outside the 18, and we'll get a free kick coming up for the Wolves. Just outside the 18. This will be Celebi that'll tee it up. Big opportunity here for Spring Valley to take a swing at the net. So marking off the 10 yards. Everything seems to be copacetic where it is. Now Celebi off the wall that was built by the Lions. And now Boyd County swipes it away, starting a push coming up the near sideline. Crum has a nice run, but it was taken away from him. Reese Davis with a big slide tackle right in front of the Lions bench. And we get a foul on Will McFan on the grab. So a Boyd County free kick coming up. Blankenship working up the right side. He's got Crank with a release. He gets shoved off the ball and a whistle and a foul. It's a free kick for the Lions coming up in front of the Spring Valley bench. So Caleb Clark from this right edge. High arcing kick. Good ball that's going to the corner and into the net. Take a look at this one on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Right over top of the keeps, hands into the corner pocket. And the Lions take a 1-0 lead. Here in the 8th minute. You'll see that one Monday morning, I promise you that. Spring Valley looked like they were a little discombobulated trying to get stuff set up. And in the process, Clark said, wait a minute, I've got an angle here, as he felt like the goalie was maybe off the mark a little bit too much. And he played a beautiful ball up over top of his hands and right in that corner from the left edge. Boyd County throw-in coming up for Eli Simpkins. Drops it at the feet of Ryan Crank. They work it out of that far corner. Crank bends it down inside the 18, and it's promptly turned away. Boyd County playing very high with the defensive side. They'll chip it back down toward the 18. Falling for position. Spring Valley tries to settle. A lot of hands there between Hale and Isaac Bays. They'll say Bays with too much hand touching. So it's a free kick coming up for the Lions. Kicking into the wind, by the way. Wind blowing the opposite direction toward the field house. So Caleb Clark is going to tee this one up from just past the 25-yard line. Low driving kick. Now makes its way to the right side. That ball's loose. The net is empty. They try to head it back toward the goal. A bicycle comes back inside, and that's not going to play. It was Crank that was going for the bicycle kick, but he was in a lot of traffic. That one may have made more than our top 10 if it had gone in for a goal. Here's a ball ahead. Out to Jensen. Jensen trying to get it to the 18, and it's kicked over top next to the ice cream truck, or the trailer, I should say, from Boyd County girls soccer player Faith Burnside. I was kidding her here last week. I said, I found out that she had an ice cream truck, and I said, well, I hope it's going to be here soon. And here it is tonight. We have not got a chance to embark on her ice cream, but hopefully that we will get a chance to do that before the night is over. Timberwolves throw in. Ball carrying them around. Quick turn and a diving save at the net. We play on. Reagan Perry turned it around, and a great save in the net by Connor Davis. Take a look at this one on your Items, Cards, and Collectibles Instant Replay. Perry picked the angle, and he nearly buried it in the far corner. The keep got the mitts on it. It'll be a free kick for the Timberwolves and Devin Selby. 1-0 our score, nearly 10 minutes gone here in the first. Fires this one across the top of the 18. It's turned away by Andrew Bowling. Now it's a loose ball. Yeoman sends it wide left, but it was deflected off of a line, and it's a corner kick coming up for the Timberwolves. High arcing kick down inside the box. The keep punches it away with the mitts. A follow from the far sideline is turned away as well. Playing with it just outside the 18 is the Timberwolves with a lot of white jerseys around them, and Boyd County clears this one away. Spring Valley wanting a whistle, none given. We play on. Isaac Bays has it far side. And it's out of bounds and a throw in for the Timberwolves. Corner kick coming up as Boyd County's defensive back there of Ryan Robertson just pops that one out of bounds. So the interesting part of this kick will be is the wind is blowing into the face of the net. So it's one of those that you can start it out over top of the 6 and play that wind and let it bend. This is where you really like to have a left-footed kicker. .50-50 ball. Headed down toward the keep, and Connor Davis will put the mitts on it. Big bounding ball that comes nearly 3/4 the length of the field. But Spring Valley has it for a moment, and then Boyd County takes it away. They get it out to Crank on the right edge. Crank trying to get the edge outside the 18, cuts it back into the middle. And a swing of the leg coming to the left side, bends wide. It was a great run as Mason Hamilton let it fly, but just got a little bit too much air underneath it. And it's a goal kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Three-man game in the triangle here, trying to play a through ball ahead. Keep will come out and just outside the 18, touches it back inside so he could grab the ball from the mitts. Low driving kick, far sideline, knocked down by the Timberwolves. They'll start the push ahead from midfield. Out to Selby. Selby, a nice roll out in front, and Davis comes out with contact made, and that should be, yes, that's a foul against Spring Valley as he dislodged the ball after making contact with the keeper. Great save there by the keeper of Connor Davis. Davis has been busy here over these last 10 minutes after Boyd County took an early 1-0 lead in the 8th minute. Keeping it down out of that win as he drives it up that far sideline. Boyd County wins it. Braden Hale takes the drop, tries to play it into the middle. Good ball out to Clark. Boyd County building from that left edge. Down to Simpkins. Clark now just outside the 18, plays it off his backside. It rolls across the end line and a goal kick coming up. Substitute coming in for Boyd County as Ezekiel Withrow checks in, sophomore. He'll replace the senior Will Blankenship. Just inside 26 minutes to play here in the opening half. Big booming ball that goes up the far sideline to Jensen. And then Davis comes forward and sends it out of bounds on the far side up to our cameraman of Jacob Hankins on the far side. I think he played it off the foot without looking. That was pretty impressive, Jacob. Boyd County trying to build with that triangle. Bad pass there looking for Braden Hale, but they couldn't make the connection. Spring Valley with the takeaway. Jensen building from that right edge. Robertson will just punch it out to the far line, and it'll be a throw in from the far corner. Inside of 25 to go, 15 minutes gone here in the opening frame. The lone goal, a free kick from Caleb Clark in the 8th minute. Boyd County trying to be victorious in the home opener. 1-1 on the season after starting the season on the road at Belfry with a 2-0 win and then fell the following night 3-0 to Rowan County over in Moorhead. Haven't played since last Tuesday. Here's Clark off to the far side. Nice ball out to Simpkins. Simpkins can't settle it down, though, and Spring Valley staying up in their offensive half for much of this first 16 minutes of play. Spring Valley kind of got it out of the gate, and it's been much of, Boyd County got it out of the gate, and it's been much of Spring Valley since then. This is where the wind is aiding Spring Valley on those throws going toward the goal. This one played off the head from Bays. High bounding ball off the turf. Boyd County wins it, but it's turned away out at midfield. Withrow winning it for the moment. Tried to play it too far ahead to Crum. Now he's got it to Crum, and it's a sprint toward the ball. And just an absolute forearm into Crum from Isaac Bays. No whistle given. We play on. Ethan Crum settles it down. Now Crank. And the fans getting unsettled here in Cannonsburg. It is getting very physical early on. This one's raked out of bounds on a slide tackle from Reese Davis. It's a throw in for the Lions. Ethan Crum to do the honors. Takes it into the center of the field near midfield. They'll keep it on this right edge. Withrow tries to settle it off his feet, but he can't keep it in. And it's back into the hands of the Timberwolves. Big ball over top of the back line of the defense, but Jensen had to check up because he would have been offsides. So they can't play it down, but now it finds it back to Bays, and he'll play it up the middle. Simpkins trying to settle it for the far side. He'll get it at the feet of Andrew Bowling. He tries to settle. Spring Valley promptly takes it right back. Had it taken away by Robertson. Now just outside the 18, they find Celebi. Nice defensive play there by the back line for Boyd County. Celebi tries to cross it from the right side. It's knocked down as he goes into a wall of white jerseys. Return fire from Crank as he was playing to the ball with a little contact and no whistle. This game is going to get more physical as we go. Now we got a 3-on-3 break. Can Boyd County continue to play the run? Clark giving a big run. Looking ahead was Crank, but he was too far out in front for the pass to connect. Big ball with the wind behind his back. Celebi out in front. Cape's going to have to come, and he knocks it away with his feet. What a save by the goalkeeper for Boyd County of Connor Davis. Down to the corners, John Henry Stepp. Nice defensive effort there by Ethan Crum to stop the run and force a throw in for the Timberwolves. Approaching the halfway point of the first half of action. Big throw down inside the 18. High hop off the turf. Boyd County plays it off of the header and then turns it out of bounds, and it'll be another throw in coming up for the Timberwolves. Reese Davis right in front of the Lions bench. Trailing 1-0. Played it down toward his player who slipped and lost his footing. That was down toward Declan Grider. Perry, who had a big swing and a nice save by the keeper early on. This one finds its way through and into the midst of Davis. Davis surveys, slows things down, lets his team reset, leading 1-0 halfway home here in the first half. Big booming ball that hangs up in the wind coming near midfield. Two Lions players there. It's one off the hop by Hale, but he can't control it, and the Timberwolves send it away on a big bounding ball across the defense, and now it's Grider out in front, puts it on the left foot, and another save by the keeper of Connor Davis. That one the wind really killed as it takes a high hop off the turf. One on the second bounce by Spring Valley, and then a push from behind by John Henry Stepp. And it's a free kick coming up for the Lions. Very breezy here. It's actually seems like it's picked up since we started the game from what it was leading into the contest. One thing Boyd County will play is that we'll have the wind at their back in the second half. Here's Grider working up that far right side. Still with possession of the ball. Down to the corner, a chip shot over and out of bounds. And we get an offsides against Spring Valley, so back to the Timberwolves it comes. Two subs coming back in. Blankenship back in for Boyd County. Back in for Spring Valley's Will McFan, replacing Reese Davis. Crank's going to come off for Boyd County. 1-0 our score. 17:30 to go in the opening half. Spring Valley has been mostly in the attack mode of the first half, but they've got nothing to show for it. Really good job defensive play there by Andrew Bowling as he takes it away, and we'll start a push for the Lions. Looking ahead out to Blankenship. Blankenship had it at his feet, but he couldn't bring it back to the right. Bowling again. Has that one swept away. Nice leave out the backside there by Jensen. And he's down on the turf on the far sideline. And we'll get a stoppage. He comes back to his feet fairly quickly. Another offsides on the Timberwolves. They like to push the envelope, I will say that. That's one of the things that you're taught as an offensive player is you try to push it out there as far as you can to see where that line is going to be for the official. Andrew Bowling from the far sideline. Big swing of the leg, but it's turned back with the header there of Reagan Perry. Throw in for the Lions as we approach 15 minutes to play. Nice piece of movement there by Will McFan. Defensively, though, a beautiful played ball by Ryan Robertson. It turns it away as they were playing a through ball up to Grider. Bowling steps two. Ball near midfield. Boyd County fighting for position. Maynard will turn it up the far sideline. Spring Valley booms this one over into the stands. Dangerous ball there by Spring Valley. Defensively had to clear it. Now Mason Hamilton brings it off to Withrow. Withrow, nice ball down inside the 18, right side to Blankenship. Loose balls, the keeper has to pounce on it from his knees, and Lyle Chafin with a nice save there, but a great build by the Lions. Nearly turned into the second goal of the afternoon. And that's a wind-aided ball that takes a huge hop off the turf. Maynard heads it off to Bowling on the far side. He'll send it ahead off to Simpkins on the right, on the far side edge. Trying to work it up to Blankenship. Does so up that left edge as he turns the corner. Bends it down inside the 18. Boyd County with a great opportunity here. Puts it in the side of the net, though, with that right foot. And a goal kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Pair of subs coming on for Boyd County. It's Bryson Rousey. Returning for Spring Valley's Reese Davis. Coming off for Spring Valley is John Henry Stepp. And slowly coming to the sideline is Mason Hamilton with a little bit of a limp walking to the sideline. Very warm evening here in Cannonsburg, so Cramping is certainly an issue in a game like this. Here's Spring Valley trying to build from the back now. Bay settles it down, plays it ahead. It's going to roll across to the far side, and Connor Davis will just tap it back inside the 18 and put the mitts to it. We approach 12 minutes to go here in the opening half. Looking down to the athletic training staff, Mason Hamilton, that's exactly what they look like they're doing. They're working on a cramp. They're bending that leg up with that toe. Here's Rousey trying to play it back in that far corner. And it'll be a goal kick coming up as he couldn't turn it back across. Ball gets all the way through. Crum settles. Try to play it ahead. Celebi with the swipe. And now a bad touch on the ball, and Jensen out in space. Jensen coming at the keep. Tries to take it to the near sideline. A diving attack there by the keeper. And sends it away, and what a save by Connor Davis. Jensen still on his backside, dejected, I think, more than anything. Take a look at this. My goodness, what a save by Connor Davis. Jensen was 1v1, and he just goes Superman out there and dives on it. And all Philip Jensen could do was just lay there dejected, but unbelieving that he had a 1v1 with a goalie and didn't even get a shot away. Crank settles it near side in front of his bench, steps through the double team, trying to play it backward and rolls it right into the feet of Grider. Trying to play it ahead to Grider. It's knocked down. Back into Bays, though. Spring Valley likes to play from the inside. They've really kind of settled in between the 18. Not much out on the outside here. There's a tough touch off the side of the foot by Ethan Crum. And a throw in for the Timberwolves. We approach 10 minutes to play here in the opening half. Hugo Seidel into the game for his first action as Levi Yeoman will step off. Big throw coming up for McFan. Here's Simpkins with 2 on. Gets touched from behind. We play through. Through ball up ahead to Withrow. Withrow with sprint out in front. Withrow gets shoved off his feet outside the 18. And the whistle finally comes. And it is getting chippy here in Cannonsburg. That was nearly a step from being a PK. It's going to be just over the outside of the 18, and now the official is asking for the head coach for Spring Valley to come, and I'm certain this is a conversation of you got to settle some people down. And no, that's a yellow card. So a yellow card has been issued to Spring Valley, to their head coach. You can see the conversation as they get together to discuss this. But it has gotten chippy. And the longer this game has gone on over here in the first half, the more it has grown. And a lot of that is simply because of the lack of whistles that negates a lot of that physical play that's allowed it to build the way that it did. Boyd County quickly running across and grabbing fluids in this stoppage, as Caleb Clark will try to line it up from almost the same spot that he sent it from before. And this one, he gets way too heavy in that bend to the left edge from that right blowing wind, and it pulls it away from the net. And a goal kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Crank battling for position. 50-50 ball with two Lions players and the position, and neither can win. Here's a good through ball out in front. Davis comes up and booms it to the far sideline. I think he is by far one of the most aggressive keepers I have ever seen in the game of soccer. He is not afraid to come off his line and, more importantly, come outside that box. And the most important thing is when you have a keeper that gets over-aggressive like that, and I say over-aggressive, I don't mean that in a negative way. He is not hesitant with the way that he makes his moves. And you have to be that way if you're going to be an aggressive goalie. You cannot hesitate. A hesitation and you're beat. Crank tries to send it past Isaac Bays. It's out of bounds. And that's got to be a card. It sure is. Crank and Bays. And they're going to get this one on Boyd County's Ryan Crank. So very interesting there as Ryan Crank draws the yellow card after Isaac Bays runs in front of the ball that was being thrown to Crank for a throw-in. That's a interesting call, to say the least. I'll just leave it at that. So it'll be Bays that will throw it in for Spring Valley as we go inside of 8 minutes to go. Nice job there by Maynard on the back line to send that one across the sideline instead of letting it go across the end line and getting a corner kick for the Timberwolves. So down into near the corner, it'll be a throw in for Spring Valley. No, they're going to say it was a goal kick. Okay, maybe we had a guy offside is what it has to be. No, okay. They're saying it went across the end line before because it's Mr. Davis is going to put it on the 6-yard box, so. Wind has really started to pick up over the last 10 minutes. Bowling takes the kickoff to the far side. Out now to Clark. Inside of 7 to play here in the first half. Selby puts it on the right foot, gets pushed off the ball. And a foul on Boyd County. So a free kick coming up for the Timberwolves as Reese Davis quickly, promptly, and puts it in play and bends it wide right. So trying to go quickly with the Timberwolves and might have cost them theirs. I think they rushed that attempt trying to catch the Boyd County keep off guard, but to no avail. We stay 1-0 in favor of the home Lions. Davis taking his time, trying to decide which direction he wants to go with it. He'll put it in the air. Played off the head of McFan. Trying to settle it was Bays. Seidel up front, drops it into the middle. Trying to get there was Grider. He can't control it as it goes across the end line, and we got a corner kick coming up for Spring Valley. Nice job by Mason Hamilton to clear that near side and then win the battle to bring it up the near sideline. McFan settles it down, working in front of the Boyd County bench and rakes it off his foot. Boyd County wants to go quickly. They try to drop it in at the feet of Hale. Now leaving in the middle was Blankenship, but nobody was home for Boyd County. Bowling steps 2. Settles at his feet at midfield, but a big slide tackle at the 50 by Reese Davis. Takes it away from him, and Spring Valley starts to build once again. We have just basically done a lot of pinballing between the 18s in this contest. Spring Valley, though, has been on the attack much of the ball game. Here's Simpkins up the far line. Chipping it down toward the 18, but it's turned nicely away by McFan, but right back to Simpkins. Simpkins with 2 on, trying to play it down inside to Hale. A bad touch there. Boyd County with numbers out of front of the 18. Clark leaves it off to Simpkins' left edge. Simpkins gives it a boot, but it was partially deflected as it knocked it down, and now Spring Valley settles it out. Jensen will play it ahead. Too heavy on the boot. Davis lets that one trickle past him, and he's a little bit of an interesting decision there, but the ball goes well past it. He scoops it off the left side here. Big throw by the keeper for the Lions. It's intercepted as Seidel takes it down. And offside on Spring Valley. That's got to be like their 4th or 5th offside in this contest. .340 to play in the first half. 1-0 Boyd. An 8th-minute goal from Caleb Clark, the difference maker so far, but what a job it's been from the keeper of Connor Davis. Here's McFan. Settles down. Nice little 1-2 touch back to McFan as he'll build from the near side. Trying to play a through ball. It's a dandy, but it's a little bit too heavy foot. And Davis with another touch. Low driving kick. Clark playing the 50-50 ball at midfield. Jensen up the right edge, working against Bowling, and Bowling takes it away. Here's Hale, tangled up at midfield. We play on. Bays playing it back up that far corner. Down inside the 18, and a rough touch. Great defense there by Robertson. Here's Simpkins, battling for position, slows things down, drops it off to Clark near side. Clark will play it ahead, looking it up to Simpkins on that left edge. Simpkins trying to save it in and kicks it off the legs of the defender on the far side, and a throw in for Boyd County with approaching 2 minutes to play here in the half. Rousey back in, coming in for the first time is Bracken Peters, a sophomore, as he'll replace Ezekiel Withrow. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 Boyd County in a very physical first half of soccer here in Boyd County. Andrew Bowling will take a break here for this final 2. Rousey's going to toss it in. Big throw by Rousey down toward the 18. It finds its way to Simpkins. He puts it high in the air. Davis plays it ahead. Nice ball there by the right-footed kicker, but he rolls it out of bounds into the Boyd County bench. Maynard will trigger it in. Minute 22 to go before halftime. Actually, it ended up being Ethan Crum that triggered in. Maynard had it, was getting ready to toss it in, and we just about had 2 balls enter the field at one time. Too much pushing there from Reese Davis. Free kick coming up for the Lions with approaching the 1-minute mark left to play before halftime. Let's see who's going to line this one up. It looks like it's going to be Alex Maynard. Maynard, a 2-sport athlete, won a 16th region championship in baseball as the shortstop for the Lions this year. Got a chance to do that on his home field, too. That's a great feeling. You get to do something of that magnitude on the place you call home. Boyd County found its way past Raceland in the opening game of the tournament, and what many people said was the de facto championship game. And it was Boyd County by a landslide the rest of the way. Final 20 seconds. And Crum will just boom it to the far sideline. Spring Valley's going to have to hustle. Final 10 seconds of the half.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that's going to take us to halftime here in Cannonsburg. Boyd County leads it 1-0 over Spring Valley. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back and break it down as we continue our coverage here on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut.
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we have locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in ReadyKentucky.com.
Halftime here in Cannonsburg as Boyd County leads Spring Valley 1-0. The lone goal in the first half, a free kick from Caleb Clark that beat the goalie and gave us our only goal thus far in the contest. Spring Valley's had many opportunities, but Connor Davis has been electric in the goal for Boyd County, including one that he was a 1v1 with Philip Jensen, and he made a diving save before Jensen was able to get the kick away and completely took it off of his feet. Just an unbelievable play there by the Boyd County Keep, who has got his team halfway home to victory number 2 here in the home opener this evening in Cannonsburg. We'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll preview the upcoming schedule for the Lions and get you ready for the second half of action. 1-0, they lead it here at the break. We continue after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated, so stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
That is a look at the ice cream truck. That is Faith Burnside. She is the catalyst offensively for Boyd County's girls soccer team. I found out last week that she owned an ice cream truck, and I said, I hope that we get to see that in attendance at one of your games. I didn't realize it was going to be so soon. I was not prepared for an ice cream. So somebody needs to get a hold of Faith and let her know we need ice cream on the top of the press box pronto. There's Ben Maynard. I need to text him. I've got his number. I'm going to say, hey, Ben, send me some ice cream up here from Faith so we can sample this out. She was telling me about it the other night after the win over Fleming County. Said that they've got like cookie pieces and candy pieces. I mean, it's not just your prototypical ice cream. So if somebody's out there watching along, get a hold of Faith Burnside and tell her we need some samples up here for the Total Media Sports Network from Kool TV so we can help her out. But You can see it's a long, sustained line. It's been staying about 6-7 deep over there. And glad to see a young lady like that of having something this way that she can be able to make some money off of. And look at this. How smart is that? We take cash or card. Yeah, she's not dumb. She's all about making the cash. I like it. We'll see if we can get some up here, and definitely we'll sample it to give her a good feedback. They'll be back in action on Tuesday night. It's a boy-girl doubleheader. The boys will play first when they welcome in Mason County at 6 p.m. We'll begin our coverage at 5:50, and then approximately probably 20, 25 minutes at the conclusion of the boys' game, we'll have the girls' game. Both those games can be seen right here on your home for the Lions, the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV. Boys are at home now for 4 consecutive after tonight. They'll be back here Thursday night as well for Fleming County. It's part of a boy-girl doubleheader, and then the final game of the regular season is at East Carter on September the 29th, and then postseason play will get rolling soon after that. All right, we'll step out for our final break. When we come back, we'll play second half soccer. Boyd County, 1-0 lead over Spring Valley after the first 40 minutes. Our second 40 when we return to Cannonsburg after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luz, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky.com.
Back here at the half as we get you ready for second half action. Boyd County leading Spring Valley 1-0. Caleb Clark, the lone goal thus far. All right, so the message has been sent to Ben Maynard. Now the question is that will he look at his phone? That's the only thing.
Since for being a part of our journey.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable.
Our apologies there. I had a minor technical hiccup. Technology's great when everything works the way that it's supposed to. And we all know how technology can be. It can be as stubborn as the next. But all good to go, except for when I step on my microphone. I'm about to strangle myself on my microphone cable. Look, we're so caught up with ice cream. That's what we are. We are stuck in ice cream mode. We definitely got to get some ice cream from Faith Burnside. I want to sample this ice cream. I've heard so much about it. We'll see what we can come up with here. So Boyd County will play with the wind at their back this half after kicking into the wind. And that's one thing to put in perspective. When you play with the wind at your back and then you turn around, you got to play into the wind, it changes the way that you have to attack with the ball. It certainly, and on the other side of two is when you're trying to kick it and play those through balls or trying to get a run out for your guys, you can really get a lot on it and not mean to get quite as much as you do get. So we'll have to keep an eye to see what they can come up with. But this will be a good win for Boyd County. Again, this is a very good Spring Valley team. They have been super aggressive. It'll be Spring Valley ball to start the second half. They'll work it from left to right as I view it, high atop the press box, the same as we view it on our screen. Again, I had tip to my crew today, Trey Collier and Jacob Hankins. First time with us, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell each time we put out new material. We'll alert you directly to your mobile device. Second half is underway. Spring Valley with the ball, and here we go. Don't forget, hit us up on Facebook as we build our following there. Here's a great start by Boyd County. Blankenship works it off to the right side and gets a cramp as he starts inside the 18. And he's motioning to the side. He needs someone to get him. He went to cut, and as soon as he did, he reached for his hamstring. And you hope that that's all it is a cramp and not something more serious. And he's just going to sit down doing the smart thing there. And we get a bodies wiping out on the far side as we've got a player down for Boyd County now. I believe so. Rousey comes on for Clark. And that was Will Blankenship that got wiped out, taking out the pole on the flag on the far side now. So it'll be a free kick for Spring Valley. The goalkeeper of Lyle Chafin will do the honors. Playing it up near midfield quickly, winning it out of the air. There's Mason Hamilton. Rousey with a takeaway. Looking ahead, brings it near side. Had Simpkins on this left edge, but could not play it increased as this game has gone along. My mistake here. I thought I had the clock going, and it did not start. That is my mistake. Hamilton gets a pull from behind there by Brady Cheshire. Hale can't get to it, though, before McFan booms it back out near midfield. Selby settles it down, rolls it across near side, and then Rousey pushes his man off the ball and takes it away. Ahead out to Simpkins. Simpkins bending down toward the 18, works off that left side, rolls it across with the left foot. Nobody's there. He was looking for Crank, who was crashing front post. But Chafin will come out and put the mitts to it, and a nice piece there by Boyd County, but they can't come away with anything. Crum played it down off of his chest, trying to settle it down. He'll battle for position and win on the far sideline. And it will be a Spring Valley throw-in. Timberwolves playing negative, trailing 1-0 at the moment. We'll switch fields, bringing it near side. Here's Andrew Bowling battling for position against John Henry Stepp. And it's back to the Lions. Bowling firing in down toward Crank. It's off the back of Jonathan Jude out of bounds, and the Lions will toss it again. Simpkins working against Stepp. 3 white jerseys in the area. Crank tried to roll it out toward Rousey, and it was intercepted, and a nice job there. Robertson on the back line as Mason Hamilton stepped to. There's John Henry Stepp trying to play it down the middle, and he lost his footing there. Crum trying to win the foot race with Cheshire. Couldn't save it before it tumbles out. It's a Spring Valley throw-in far sideline. Nice play on the header, but Robertson steps to. Little physical contact there, and then after the ball plays through, both of them run through, give a nice handshake, and that's what you like to see. The game of soccer, there is nothing that is not physical about the game. You are going to beat and bang on each other the entire time. The question is that can you, and you are out here beating and banging, tumbling on the turf, and there is nothing in between you and skin besides the air. There's Crum. There again, right there, a big physical bump as he runs past Yeoman. And again, there's no intent to it. It's just that's the game. That's some confusion on the far side. We had two guys trying to throw the ball, and I've kind of kidded about that a few times. I said, how interesting would it be for the final 2 minutes of the game if we had two balls that got thrown onto the field? You were attacking both directions. Too heavy on the touch as they tried to play it ahead to Crank. Ball comes near side to Henry Stepp. Now Jensen. Good roll up the near side. A little late there was John Henry Stepp, and Connor Davis, another save in the net for the Lions. Will Blankenship to do the honors far side. He'll dump it off to one of his teammates. That's Ethan Crum. Crank battling for position. Now Rousey. Boyd County brings it near side, building from the left. Bowling with a man on. Turns it back to the right. Chips down looking toward Crank. This one gets past Simpkins down inside the 18. He's going to have to hustle. It's going to roll out of bounds. Which way are we going with it? And it's going to be a corner kick for... Hang on just a second. We've got a corner kick being pointed to, and we got a goal kick being pointed. Okay, it is a corner kick. Ryan Crank has it teed up. This way, if he can kick this one out over top of the 6, it will bend it back in toward the net. This is one of those you want to get out over top of the 6 and up in the air. Just like that. Got a little bit too heavy. And a heavy booming ball there by Maynard as he sends that one out of bounds up against the fencing. Reese Davis into the ball game. He'll replace Silas Butcher in a substitute for the Lions. Ball one out of the air at midfield by Hamilton. Crank trying to play it ahead. Great follow there by Hale as he got a foot to it. Just a little bit off the side of his foot and into the hands of Lyle Chafin. Davis trying to build up the far sideline. Nice job there by Robertson to knock it down. Now Rousey gets tangled up with Davis. They'll get the foul on him. It will be a Spring Valley kick, and they quickly put it in play, playing it ahead. Bowling turns it away, but right there's Celebi. They play it out to Jensen. Jensen fires it into the net. Nice piece there as they settled it. And Philip Jensen evens things at 1. '49th minute. That was a nice feed that got it down to him, and he was straight up with Connor Davis. And it's one of those deals of, like we talked about, Spring Valley has threatened so many times in this ball game. Again, you keep getting opportunities like that. One of them's finally going to drop, and that one was just almost too good to think of. So now we're even at 1. Boyd County, let's see if they ratchet up the offensive attack now. You always hear in the game of soccer the next 3. 3 minutes after a goal. That's when you start looking for consecutive goals, and that's what Boyd County has to guard on from here. Spring Valley's got a run going right now. Bays rolls it off the right side to Davis. It's turned back near midfield. Here's Hayes trying to turn it upfield. Rolling it right past his bench. Maynard steps two. Nice job, Simpkins coming to him to give him some help. Simpkins turns out of the double team, plays it into the middle. Out to Hale. Hale can't get to it, though, as he overruns the ball. Spring Valley takes it away on the back end. Yeoman plays it forward. Now McFan. Here's Jessen. Playing it out into the corner. Davis will come out and make a slide on the far side as he gets tangled up with Cheshire. No intent there. We play on, even at 1. Empty net and near danger for Boyd County as the ball was turned away and Davis was a long ways from home, and the ball, unfortunately for Cheshire, he sent it well wide right. It's the most difficult kick in all of soccer, an empty net. Davis gets this one out near midfield. Crank plays it off his chest, but it rolls right into a pair of Timberwolves players near side Celebi. Simpkins tries to win it back in, but it's a Spring Valley throw-in right in front of the Boyd County bench. Jonathan Jude lobs it out toward midfield. Levi Yeoman plays it ahead off to Jessen, gives it right back. Robertson applying the pressure. They get it down into the corner. Cheshire into the 18, trying to play it into the middle. And Davis reaches backward and pulls that one back in as we stay even at 1. Playing it near side. Spring Valley steps 2. Jonathan Jude takes it away. Salapi outside the 18. It finds its way to the feet of a Spring Valley player, and then Reese Davis sends that one halfway down to I-64. It's one thing I've never understood that they didn't do on this field was they never put netting up along that back fencing there. I would say you will have a lot of footballs that end up over on the road during football season. All even at 1 here as we're inside 29 minutes to play in regulation. Good ball up the near side. Here's Simpkins. Nice defensive play, backside Jude. And a whistle coming up with a foul. We have people coming up the steps here. Yes. Yes. Ice cream. We don't care. Surprise us. And tell Faith I'll take care of it when we get finished with the money. Here, hang on just a second. Here's a ball toward the keeper. It's punched away. Nice job defensively by the Lions. Spring Valley turns it back down inside the 18. And a big swing of the net, and it goes over top of the net. And Connor Davis kind of looking at his defense and saying, come on, guys, we got to ratchet things up here. Big missed opportunity there on a ball that found its way at feet for the Timberwolves. Here comes Landon Coburn. So the message was received, by the way. Ice cream is on its way. The question was asked is what kind of ice cream we want. I said yes. My question, is there bad ice cream? I don't know that there's bad ice cream. Cookies and cream, yeah, butter pecan maybe. But other than that, I don't know that there's bad ice cream. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get here. The funny thing, poor Faith the other night when she came up here, she was trying to get up the steps. And the steps coming up on top of the press box, they're fairly steep. It's more of a ladder than it is steps. It was a hot night Tuesday night as well. She was cramping as she was trying to come up the steps. And then she says, I'm scared to death of heights. God love her, but she got up here. We did an interview with her. Viv Allen as well. But excited to be a part of Boyd County Athletics for covering all their streaming events this year. And we certainly hope it's the first of many years to come. Battle there by Bowling and Bays. Bays wins it for Spring Valley. Nice touch there by Celebi. As Bays turns it off the leg. Bowling returns it right back to him. It's across the end line. Very handsy play there by Isaac Bays. And no whistle. Corner kick coming up and right into the hands of Connor Davis. Davis quickly rolls it out. It's nearly taken away. That's something Spring Valley has been so good at in this ballgame, is just really attacking the ball. They've met the ball extremely well and have not allowed Boyd County to really get those attacks. Here's a foot race to the ball, and we get two players tangled up as it was McFan and Will Blankenship. Spring Valley thinking that there was a push. There was none, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Lions. Ryan Crank from that far corner. All knotted at one. Approaching 25 minutes to play in regulation. Good ball by Crank. That one's deep as it comes all the way to the backside of the 18. Hamilton settles things down, trying to play it down inside the 18 with 2 on. Spring Valley settles it out, brings it out near side Celepi. Now Crank steps to, takes it away, tries to feed it down inside and got a little too heavy-footed there as he was looking ahead for Blankenship off that front post on the far side. Maynard settles it down off the chest. Here's Hale chasing it down. He'll trade positions. They play it to Crank in the middle. Maynard finds it out in front. It pinballs off of him, but getting there first is Chafin as the keeper for Spring Valley turns and fires it up the far edge. Sun's starting to set, as you can see it there in your screen off the backside of the school. Temperature's starting to get very nice and comfortable here in Cannonsburg. Here's Jessen. Touches it down inside. Celepi coming out is the keep, and a nice save there by Davis again to keep this game even at 1. Hale tries to settle, can't do so. It rolls all the way back to Davis on his attacking side of the 50. They roll it down in the corner. Cheshire chasing it down. He'll slow it off the edge as Crum applies the pressure. Now back to Davis across the face of the 18. Celepi leaves it. A little 1-2 punch comes off the carom ball near side. Simpkins will roll it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Timberwolves. Pair of subs coming on. Reagan Perry for Spring Valley. Back in for the Lions is Bracken Peters. Eli Simpkins will take a seat. And coming off for Spring Valley is Brady Cheshire. Big throw down toward the 6. That was a deflected ball that went from one Boyd County player off his teammate and all the way back out near the Spring Valley bench. And the Timberwolves had it for a moment. Then Spring Valley could not settle it down. Bowling tried to clear it in the middle, but there was nobody there as everybody was back for Boyd County. Peters will trigger in. He'll take the drop to Ezekiel Withrow, and they'll get an illegal throw. And now we get an illegal throw there as the foot come off the ground. When you make the throw, the ball has to go directly behind your head, has to come directly forward. It can't be off to the side either way. And both feet have to be on the ground when you release the ball. Nice job there by Davis playing it off the chest. Bays will try to circle it up, loses his footing. And back to Spring Valley, it'll go with a foul on the Boyd County Lions. Swing of the leg there on the far side by Cheshire, but not enough to get anything past the keeper of Connor Davis, who has been spectacular in net this evening. Ball plays over top of the head of Crank. Spring Valley plays negative, now brings it forward. Davis rolling it through. Celepi trying to get past Bowling. Bowling hounds him out, box him out on the edge, trying to play it all the way through off the end line, and they will not do so, and it'll be a – now they're going to give it a corner. The official on the near side was pointing like he was pointing toward a goal kick, but it's going to be a corner kick coming up. It looked like as Bowling was trying to box out Celepi, it might have caught him on the ankles. It went through. Here's a driving ball across the face of the 6. It goes all the way through. Spring Valley just touches it out on the far sideline, and it's back to the Lions. Here comes Ryan Robertson back in, as he'll get Will Blankenship. 2 goals in the ball game, 1 for each squad. Caleb Clark netted 1 in the 8th minute on a free kick. And then Philip Jensen put 1 through in the 49th minute on a nice run. Clark is still seated on the bench. He had a breakaway, and as he made a cutback, kind of grabbed at his hamstring. Not certain if it was a cramp or something other, but as soon as he did so, he immediately turned to the bench and said, "Somebody get me." Certainly hope everything's good to go with him. Here's Crank on a corner kick for the Lions as we go inside the 19.5-minute mark. Crank's actually going to give it up, and it's going to be Andrew Bowling that's going to come over to kick. Home opener for the Lions, who sit at 1-1 on the season. Only the second game of the season for Spring Valley, who defeated Riverside 6-1 in their season opener. Good ball by Bowling. Finds its way down. It's loose. The keeper's away from his box. And it somehow got all the way through a pair of bodies from both jerseys, and nobody got a piece of it. And now Spring Valley just takes it away, and they're going to try to start a push. Going up that far sideline is Reese Davis. Davis trying to play it ahead. He gets it out to his man in run. It's Perry. Perry down inside the 18 left side, and the Boyd County defense slams on the brakes of the push. Now Bays trying to center it up. Brings it back out, gives it right back up. Trying to play a 2-man game. They'll roll it off to that left side. Perry plays negative out to McFan. That's one thing Spring Valley has been able to do. They've controlled the ball pretty much anywhere they've wanted to go with it on the field. This is a very solid team. Here's a nice lead to Davis outside the 18. Davis chips it across, plays it off the head as he had John Henry's step coming right down the front post. And nearly had a 1-2 punch on the one-timer there. Take a look at this on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. Perfect ball there. And again, when you're in that forward motion like you're going, sometimes it's really difficult to just try to deflect it the direction you need it to go. So, all right, we have ice cream headed this way. I see the young lady making her direction. Man, it looks like there's a lot of ice cream coming our way. I cannot wait. I don't even care how much she charges. I'm all about supporting, especially young student athletes like that start their own business. So I may have just paid $50 for ice cream. I'm okay with that. We will definitely get this ice cream on camera, too, by the way. But only after we play soccer. Approaching, just crossed over the 17-minute mark, left to go. All tied at 1. A goal from each side in the half. One by Boyd County in the first half. Spring Valley answered back in the 49th minute to start the second. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a mound of this. I was just told is one of them. Oh, my goodness. I've got to get back to soccer. That is not the thing to put in front of me trying to call soccer. Holy moly. This is like chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. We got to focus for a moment. Nice ball through there by Davis, and He knew he got just a little bit too much on it. That one tumbles out of bounds on the far sideline. 16 minutes to go here in regulation. And we get a stoppage in play on the far side. And we got Levi Yeoman that's hobbling from the far side to the near. Not putting any weight whatsoever on that left foot. That's a big loss for them as he's been a big part of the conversation. Crank will step off, as will Ezekiel Withrow. Now, the only thing that they didn't do, and I know they said this is the first of the ice cream, they didn't bring us anything to eat it with. I may be eating this stuff with my fingers in a minute. Lions throw on that far side. Taken away by Isaac Bays. He's got 2 on. Boyd County wins it back. They roll it back into the middle. Simpkins working outside the 18. Drops it off to the right side. Playing it down, looking for Blankenship, but a little too heavy on the touch. And a goal kick coming up for the Timberwolves. Out near midfield, Spring Valley starting to push. Trying to play a through ball. Davis comes out and booms it away. Big booming ball as he flips the field. Jonathan Jew turns it away. Now check this out. We've got ice cream, and we've got, now, I've got one more favor to ask you. We don't have a spoon. Now we have a milkshake. We will get this stuff on camera, I promise you, but after we play soccer. Ethan Crum working with it over top, brings it back on the back line. Coburn, who checked in on that last timeout, working on that back line. Hale playing it head off the header. Blankenship's the closest man there, just inside the 18. And it's touched out of bounds and a throw in for Boyd County. They bring it into Hale quickly, down inside that corner. Simpkins outside the 18, makes a nice move, takes it down inside the 18, out in front, and a nice finish on a 1-2 punch at the net. That was beautiful. Ryan Robertson makes it a 2-1 ball game. The 68th minute. What a ball on the touch from Eli Simpkins. So 2-1 Lions. And that was all started by the way they got the ball down inside that corner. That's something Boyd County does as a team. They love to build from the outside and work it inside. And they've been patient with it all night long and have been able to get it where it needs to go. And that right there was an absolute puzzle piece. That was beautiful. That was execution is what that was. Spring Valley playing from behind now, down 2-1. Here's Philip Jessen. He's got the lone goal for the Timberwolves. 13 to go in the ball game. Hayes rolls it out to Jessen. Jessen near side in the right, dropping it down into the corner. Davis will come out as they were trying to feed it ahead to Cheshire, who's moved from the far side to the near. And a goal kick coming up for Boyd County. Davis with that wind at his back as he flips it across midfield, and that one's over into the stands. And the wind is not blowing quite as much as it has been. It was gusty from about 10 minutes into the first half of the game and all the way until about 10 minutes ago when it's kind of laid down a little bit. Now it's kind of gusting up a bit, but it has certainly been a windy evening here in Cannonsburg. Davis plays that one out near midfield. Jessen plays it off his chest, settles at his feet. Nice piece of ball handling there. He drops it off to Hayes. Hayes plays it right back to him. Jessen gets shoved from behind. No whistle. We play on. And Mason Hamilton just booms it out of bounds. And Spring Valley's coach, I could hear him from here, said, "You've got to be kidding me." And we're going to get a yellow card, I believe, on Jessen, as he is still upset from when he got taken off of his feet, and he has to go to the bench. When you're issued a yellow card, you do have to take a seat. Spring Valley coach and the official they're still having a very heated conversation, to say the least. And now they're going to bring the coach out before we get going again. And basically the Spring Valley coach was just told that's it. He didn't want to hear any more. So back underway we go with 11:42 to play. Bryson Rousey back into the ball game for the Lions. Nice ball coming near side as they're trying to get it out to Bracken Peters. Here's Hayes. Nice move inside. Davis chips it down. Here's Cheshire outside the 18, working off that right side. Maynard pushes him off the ball. A great defensive play there by Alex Maynard, the junior, with a big defensive stand. It's a corner kick coming up for the Timberwolves, but he may have saved a game-tying goal as we go inside of 11 minutes. Oh, we will eat every bit of that, don't you worry. We just can't do it till the game's over. That's all right, Jacob. We'll send you a picture of what it looks like because we're going to put this on our Facebook page too. I think we got like a mint chocolate chip milkshake. Trey, I'll tell you, you don't want any part of that milkshake. It's terrible. You would not want any of that milkshake. That is phenomenal. Faith Burnside, you have yourself one heck of a piece of establishment there. Congratulations to you, young lady. 10 minutes to go in regulation. Lions lead at 2-1. Trying to get a victory here in the home opener. Now let's see if Spring Valley, again, they've been so calm and collected. Will they start to feel the pressure build a little bit here in this final 10, down a goal on the road? Good ball down in the corner, trying to play it out toward Perry. But a too heavy kick there by Celebi. And a throw in coming up for Boyd. Jessen back in for Spring Valley, returning for Boyd County is Ezekiel Withrow. John Henry step off, and off for Boyd County is Bracken Peters. Bryson Rousey firing it up that far sideline. Spring Valley trying to control it, but they turned it the wrong direction. Blankenship trying to apply the pressure there as McFan turns it and starts to push for the Timberwolves. Robertson bounces that one across, and that one's out into the parking lot. That one may get all the way down the hillside. The one thing I will say with Boyd County is they've really turned up the physical nature here in this last 15 minutes. winning the spot to the ball, making certain that they win the position that they want to get to. Here's Cheshire. Chips it across the face of the 6, and right off the touch. As they had Isaac Bays coming down the center, but it goes right into the hands of the goalkeeper as he booms one to the other side. Jonathan Jude settles and turns it back upfield. Davis from midfield rolls it off to Hayes near side. 8 minutes and some change to go here in the match. And a beautiful ball out in front, but too heavy of a touch as Levi Yeoman turned and had a wide open net. It was him and the goalie, and he was not expecting to what he had in front of him when it got there. A big missed opportunity by the Timberwolves, and the Lions maintain a 2-1 lead. Here's Blankenship chasing down McFan. They get tangled up on the far side, and it's a Boyd County throw-in. Inside to Simpkins. Simpkins rolls it out. Crank puts it on the foot, and a slow roller, though, that is easily handled there by Chafin. And Spring Valley starts the surge, moving it forward. Here's Hayes, bringing it up the near side. Looking ahead, Jessen. And we get a stoppage for a foul. Which direction are we going? And it's a Boyd foul, so Spring Valley with a free kick. Isaac Bays. Inside of 7 to play. Trying to kick this one down toward the 6. It's turned away out top. Yeoman found it at his feet, and Boyd County turns it away twice. Jude saves it and then loses it out of bounds. And subs coming on for Boyd County. Ethan Crum in, and returning is Braden Hale. Rousey comes off, and also exiting the ball game is Coburn. So Andrew Bowling to trigger in. Takes a short drop. Takes it right back. He'll turn it into the middle. Here's Hamilton. Tries to send it cross field. It finds its way through, and Simpkins is down that far corner. He'll turn it into the right side of the 18. Working on McFan. Gets it inside the 18. Back out top. They try to chip it back down to him, and it's turned away by the defense, and a throw-in coming up for the Lions. 5:40 to go in regulation. This has been a dandy of a soccer match. Can Boyd County hang on for a win in the home opener? Blankenship down inside, and it's a corner kick for the Lions. So Andrew Bowling will come out of the back line to do the kick. As we approach 5 minutes to go in the match. Again, kicking with that wind at his back. So a ball that you can start out over top of the 6 and bend back in toward the net. And that's exactly what he does. A beautiful ball, but coming out and getting the mitts is Lyle Chafin, the keeper. He turns it upfield, but it's turned back down by Robertson. Crank gets shoved off his feet on a push from behind. Spring Valley building from the left side. Starting the push, that's Reagan Perry. He'll drop it into Celepi. Celepi turns downfield, loses the ball and his footing. Playing it through near side, getting it out to Ezekiel Withrow. Too heavy on the touch, though. A good idea, but the Boyd County Lions defense will drop now as they are packing it in. They've got 10 on their side of the defense. Here's Withrow. Spring Valley wanting a handball. They kind of claiming for the handball instead of playing, and the ball played through with no whistle. Back in is John Henry Stepp. Off goes Will McFan. Inside of 4 to go. Jude with a big throw. Maynard turns it away. Step settles outside the 30-yard line. Bodies on the turf as we get people tangled up. Ball loose down inside, and Connor Davis booms this one all the way over near the gymnasium. And we get a stoppage in play as Maynard went to the turf, jumped back up. The official brings him off. He jumps straight up and down by the official saying, I am perfectly fine. But to no avail, he will have to exit the ball game. So a throw in for Spring Valley. A big throw down inside the box. It's turned away by the Boyd County defense. Here's Step. Boyd County's defense steps two, and here's a field goal that's good from about 40 yards. And now we are inside of the 4-minute mark, so anytime Boyd County subs, because they are leading, the match will stop. So Maynard returns. Gives me a chance to sample the mint chocolate chip milkshake. That was a rule that they put in a few years ago. And it was one that I really like because you would have teams that would be leading and they would start subbing, and it would be just absolutely painfully slow of how slow the players would come off the pitch. And I get it. Here's Jessen trying to line up a shot. Cut off on the right edge. Takes it back to the right. Defended nicely by Bowling. Rolls it back out top, and a chip shot that draws iron on the uprights of the football goalpost. And a great piece there defensively by Boyd County to never let Jessen get a swing of the leg from the right foot. Inside of 2:30 to play. Lions lead at 2-1 here on the home opener. Here's Crank. Play it back to him near side. Bays will roll it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Spring Valley, or excuse me, for Boyd County. 2 minutes to go in the match. Bowling survey. Brings it up to Crank. It gets pinned between him and Bays. Jude sends it forward, and Maynard returns it right back. They pin ball for position. Robertson from behind with Jessen. Yeoman settles. Boyd County swipes it away. Crank rolls it out now to Withrow. Withrow trying to bend it out to the left side. He got a little bit too far in front, and Jude takes it out of his hands. Hale gets wiped out. He and Jessen give a handshake to each other after the collision, and then that's soccer right there. You absolutely just destroy each other. You turn around and say, hey, man, good job. Approaching the final minute. Here's Davis trying to send it ahead. He gets it way too heavy, and Connor Davis will just let it roll back into his mitts with 1 minute to play. Low driving kick all the way to the back line. Crank wins it just past midfield. Still battling for position. Crank has it taken away by Bays. Bays building up the right side. Tries to turn it in the middle, and Hamilton defends it nicely. Now Hamilton and Bays working, and we get a whistle and a push from Spring Valley. It's Boyd County ball with 30 seconds to go. And we've got a ball boy on the field for some purpose reason. 20 seconds to go. This one takes its kick over the back line. Boyd County's going to kick it out of bounds and call this one a victory. In full time, Boyd County wins it. Final score, 2-1.
And your final score, Boyd County 2, Spring Valley 1.
Great game we saw here in this match between two stellar teams. But in full time, Boyd County wins it picking up win number 2 on the season. Stay tuned with us for postgame. We will try to grab a player or two and talk with them as the Boyd County Lions get their home opener win here in Cannonsburg, 2-1. Postgame will return after this on the Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luz, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soon, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky.com.
Tell him he's the guy in the gray shirt. Back here in Cannonsburg, 2-1 your final. Here's how it went down. Boyd County gets a goal from Caleb Clark in the 8th minute off of a free kick on a beautiful ball. That was our score going to the half. Spring Valley had control of the offense much of the first half. But Connor Davis in the net tonight was phenomenal for Boyd County. We go to the half 1-0. Spring Valley dents the scoreboard in the 49th minute as Philip Jessen punches one through and evens things at 1. But then Boyd County counters in the 68th minute. Eli Simpkins from the corner drops it in at the feet of Ryan Robertson, and he buries it into the net. And Boyd County defensively hangs on late and comes away with a victory here. Final score of 2-1. So we've got Jacob running down a couple of players. We're going to talk with Ryan Robertson and Connor Davis. We hope that everything works the way we've got it set up. We will find out. Doesn't matter. And we'll talk also with Levi Pennington as well. So looks like we're going to start first with our the goalkeeper for Boyd County of Connor Davis here as we get him all mic'd up.
I'm just going to hold this. Is that fine?
Let me,
Yeah, we're good to go. Connor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
Sir.
Hang on just a second. We're going to switch the camera down onto you.
For sure.
Hey, let's talk about your match here tonight. You guys got that early goal, and that really allowed you to settle in defensively. But for you, you were so aggressive tonight coming off the line and the way you attacked the ball. Tell me about the way that you like to play using that aggressive nature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First off, all glory to God, man. Just allow me to come out here and play the game that I love, man. It's just a blessing, and for sure, man. It's been 2 years since I played goalie. My freshman year, I came out here, had an all right season, but just didn't have the offense to back it up. And to have that goal today was just huge, just to get us going early. But I think my aggressive nature just comes from me playing goal at a young age. Playing indoor, playing outdoor is just I got a different instinct, I feel like, and I'm just going at these guys. Nobody around here does it like me. I just go at them hard too, and especially playing football this year too, just allow me to be aggressive.
That's something I talked about. I said, I think you're probably one of the most aggressive goalies that I've seen in a very long time, and it takes a lot of confidence in your craft of being willing to come off of your line, not past the 6, all the way out to the 18.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think I got to give credit to Carter Gibson. You know, he was a goalie my 8th grade year. We went to state that year, and just seeing him be aggressive, it kind of allowed me to adapt that as a keeper.
For you, coming off that last loss there to Rowan County, a very good Rowan County team, you guys fought, but you haven't played since almost a week and a half. How much has that kind of been burning you guys of trying to get back on the pitch and getting a game?
Man, it's just going at it against each other every single day in practice, knowing that, you know, we want to keep winning games. You know, that one game doesn't define us, and, you know, reshaping our offense, reshaping our defense, and you know, just me getting reps in keeper, just it allowed for us to prepare for this game, and we had this one marked down ever since we lost to Rowan County and wanted to win this one.
One of the best saves I saw you make tonight, they had a one-on-one in the first half, and you literally went Superman and made a diving play, and you got to the ball before the player got it away. Take me back through that play.
Yes, sir. You know, I just kind of saw him coming up, and in my opinion, I thought it was offsides. Maybe if we run it back, he might not be. But man, I just said I'm going to go get this ball, and I didn't even touch it. He just made a bad touch, and he had to jump over me, allowing for my back line to get to it.
Well, heck of a win. Nice job, young man. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night when you bring Mason County in.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Ryan is the goalkeeper, Connor Davis. All right, now we're going to get Ryan Robertson as he will join us. We got to switch him over, get him mic'd up here. You know, we got all this technology stuff. We're still working everything out, working with them. You know, you put a student athlete on a camera and a microphone. It's a little bit different sometimes. But all right, Ryan, you got me?
I hear you, man.
There we go. Hey, first off, heck of a win here this evening for you guys. How big, after taking that tough loss to Rowan County, 1-0 lead, and Kayla punched it in there on that free kick, how big was that, especially after the way that you saw how Spring Valley played that next 30 minutes where they were pretty much on the offensive attack much of the way?
We knew coming into this that was our game plan. We knew that Spring Valley likes to go and score first. We know that they kind of tremble once the opposing team gets going. And it really helps us a lot. That's something that we was working on all week, and it played a big impact here.
You would provide the equalizer in this ball game, and it started with Eli down in the corner. When you guys got the ball, take me back through that piece, and whenever you were able to turn to find the net.
Well, Spring Valley play 3 back, and so we knew this going into this week. We knew that these are the kind of balls that we can score on. And I saw Eli run it down. He made a good dribble around their defender, and the space was wide open, so I just played it right in.
Heck of a win, my friend. We will talk to you on Tuesday night when you guys bring in Mason County. Nice job tonight.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Ryan Robertson joining us here. Let's grab Coach Pennington, and we'll get some words from him real quick. We got to watch our we have a friend that has played its way into our milkshake up here. Coach talking about his voice, I've got the same thing. Coach Levi Penny, I've got the same problem, Coach. I have very little voice this week after. But, man, what a heck of a win you guys pick up here tonight after taking that tough loss almost a week and a half ago to Rowan County. And when you have that long of a time that you've got to work through, it's pretty much a grind getting through practice some days, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is a long week and a half, and, you know, the players hate it too. That it's just time to prepare for the next game, but also get conditioning and all that good stuff in, and it's a grind.
You know, Ryan talked about it. He said that they knew how important it was to get on the scoreboard first because of the way that Spring Valley likes to play. You see how they played over that 30 minutes there in the first half after you guys punched in that first goal in the 8th minute. How big was that first goal to set the tone?
That was huge. Getting that first goal kind of put them on their heels. It allowed us to possess forward. It allowed us to hold a higher line and stuff, and that really allowed us to actually work into our offense more and get more opportunities. You know, then we had some letdown there, and we had some people get hurt, but it was great.
You know, the big thing was the way that Connor played in goal tonight, and I talked about him. I said he was so aggressive the way that he comes off his line, and it takes a person that – to play that aggressive of a nature off the line, they have to really believe in their craft, and he does a good job with that.
He does. He's excellent. I can play him anywhere on the field, and I know he's going to go out, and he's going to give me everything he's got, and he's a phenomenal player. Yeah, I can put him anywhere.
You guys get the equalizing goal there by Ryan there in the 68th minute, and it started with the ball with Eli down there in that corner. And it's something you guys really like to do. You like to play outside in, and by getting the ball where you wanted to got you an opportunity to get the ball down there just outside the 6.
Yeah, that's something I've been preaching in practice is let's get the ball wide, dribble down the end line, play the ball back. It was, honestly, that was the most excited I got the entire game, is just watching what we were working on in practice come to fruition there.
How big is that when you talk about you've had the last week and a half to work on and all the stuff that you've been harping on practice, getting it to come to fruition here in a game like this?
I mean, that's the best feeling in the world as a coach. It means that what you're telling them is really getting through, and that, you know, it made the difference tonight. That was the game-winning goal, and just to see it happen and to see them all get in position and make it happen and just be in place was amazing.
Coach, greatly appreciate the time. Thanks for all the stuff that you get to me so we can give you guys great coverage here at Boyd County. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night when you guys bring in Mason.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
Head coach Levi Pennington join us here in post-game coverage. Again, your goals tonight, 2 goals for Boyd County. Caleb Clark in the 8th minute. Ryan Robertson with the deciding goal in the 68th. Philip Jessen with the lone goal for the Timberwolves in the 49th minute. And that's where we finish this one out. Final score of 2-1. That's going to do it for our coverage here this evening. Again, Tuesday night, we'll be back with you. Boy-girl doubleheader. Boys will play at 6. Girls will follow approximately 30 minutes after the boys. We'll have all the action right here on Kool TV and the Total Media Sports Network as Boyd County welcomes in Mason County. And then the boys will be back in action on Thursday night when they bring in Fleming County. That game scheduled for a 6:30 first kick. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Jacob Hankins and Trey Collier. Phenomenal job by them. Hey, hang on here. Before we go, I'm going to throw this on camera. It's melted a little bit, but hang on, Trey. I'm going to try to see if I can get this out here. This is from Faith Burnside's ice cream truck. And this may be one of the best ice creams I've ever had in my entire life. There is like a brownie, like 3 brownies in this, chocolate ice cream. We also got a mint chocolate chip milkshake. This ice cream stand down here is rocking. And if you have never had this ice cream from her, you need to get down here and get it. But that young lady, phenomenal job by her. And big thanks to getting us some stuff up here on the press box to be able to do it. That's it for us here tonight. Again, we'll be back with you on Tuesday night. For Jacob Hankins, Trey Collier, everyone here at Kool TV and the Total Media Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying so long and thanks for tuning in here on the Total Media Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for watching another Boyd County Lions soccer broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Boyd County Soccer has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.